time for some unedited interviews here. Apparently this guy hosts a show because he was really eager to step in. Coming in hot. What's your name?
Leroy.
Leroy. Nice to meet
you, sir.
Steven.
Nice to meet you. So I guess it's called build the wall, change your mind, why we shouldn't build it.
No, why? No, I support building the wall.
Oh, but I'm telling you why I shouldn't build it.
Okay, yeah. So let me just sort of assert my position first. So maybe because we might find some areas where we disagree versus areas where we disagree.
Okay.
I believe in securing the border, not just the wall, but securing the border, ensuring that we know who's entering the country legally and illegally. And if there's anything where you think I'm wrong, you can more than welcome to change my mind.
Yeah, from when it comes to like older standards, like I can see where you're saying build the wall. Put today's standards. Migration, we could tax those people coming into the country, and any money they make or any money they spend will go back into the economy. So when it comes down to taxes and people coming into the, there's a small, there's like, when it comes down to it, Mexicans, Latins, or whatever you want to say, illegal immigrants in general coming to the country bringing drugs. And I personally, I'm not Mexican, I'm Spanish. I'm from, my family's been in New Mexico since the 1550s around there.
Okay.
And I know a lot of Mexicans in general, and a lot of them are hardworking people, and a lot of them, a lot of them put into the system. So I don't, when it comes to crime, there's maybe a small percentage that brings drugs.
Yeah, well, I didn't bring that up. I didn't say that. I'm not saying that the majority of Mexicans are bringing in drugs or committing crimes.
No, I know, but I'm just going over over what Trump and everybody else has said about.
He didn't say that either.
Or about other people in general.
Yeah.
And actually, he did say that. No, he did say that. He said, if you go back, Trump said Mexicans are bringing all the illegal drugs into the country, this and that.
No, hold on a second. There are two different things here because I want to make sure it's.
See, I'm like a little off date. I'm a little off because I've been caught up with the news for the past.
Sure. No, I know what you're referring to, and it was worded very poorly. But what you just said was that a majority that most Mexicans are bringing in drugs or committing crimes. No, that's certainly not Donald Trump's position, and I can't speak for everyone else, right, who believes in securing the borders. Now that being said, not a majority of Mexicans at all, not a majority of even illegal immigrants at all, but they do commit crimes at a disproportionate level in comparison to legal citizens.
Yeah, what percentage though out of those? What percentage do you think? So what percentage is that? Do you think that commit crimes? I want to see I want to get your input.
Sure. Well, it's not my input. So the statistics would reflect that about the 3.5% of the population of the United States are undocumented immigrants, but they commit 37% of the homicides, of the murders. They commit up to 13% of the violent crimes.
13%.
So 3.5% of the population, illegal immigrants, commit 37% of the murders in this country, and something, depending on which stat you use, 60 to 70% of drug trafficking-related charges occur with people who are illegal immigrants. So not a majority of Mexicans, but they purport, or immigrants.
Yes, sir.
Not even a majority of illegal immigrants, but they do commit crimes at disproportionate levels. So that's an issue.
Anybody nowadays creates crimes,
Statistically, it's not the same.
Statistically, they're the ones bringing the drugs, but then statistically, who are the ones selling the drugs? Who are the ones selling the drugs? Other American citizens adding to the problem. So we can't just sit here and point a finger.
I'm not. I don't want to get off on the topic because you brought it to the drug thing. So here's my question for you. You're off you don't support building a wall. So I want to understand where you're coming from. Do you support any type of border enforcement? Any type of what should we do about the illegal immigration problem? What should be done? What would you do?
Just tax them. Get them legal citizens and just tax them. Put a social security ID number on them, some way, somehow, make them pass the test, and just tax them, make money off of them. Why throw them out of the country when we could make money off of them? I'm not saying make money off them in a slave way or bad way. And I know that's what I'm saying that for myself.
I understand. No.
Yeah. So, but just tax them in general. Get them legal citizens. If there's
how.
Just make them pass the courses or whatever. I don't know what the criteria is today to make someone a citizen, but get them to be citizens, make them citizens, and make them put into the system. Because the migration and immigration is not going to stop. It's only going to get worse. Just like technology, everything speeds up. So that's only going to increase along with everything else.
So you believe in making them legal, giving them a path to citizenship.
Exactly.
But you don't support a wall or enforcing a border.
No, or any type of borders. I think borders in general are going to become a thing of the past, is what I've been talking to a lot of people, and it kind of. I really see it coming, like I said, with technology and everything. People are going to just be able to travel super fast, cheap, super cheap, and go wherever they want. And, it might not be now, but it will be in the next 5 to 10 years.
Let me ask you this: Would we both agree? Because you said give them the path to citizenship.
Yes.
But a lot of people who come into this country don't want to pay taxes and operate in the underground economy.
Well, then they have to get.
But will we both agree that no matter what you do, even if you grant them, that you're going to have a certain amount of people who are not going to pay taxes,
Yes,
who will
sir.
stay under the radar? Do we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So do you understand that what you just described by not securing the borders, you just talk about how we have this, we're never going to solve it because we can't deport everybody, right?
Exactly.
And you've just agreed
I agree
that a
too.
lot of them are not going to pay taxes and still stay undocumented, that if you don't
No,
secure
not-
the borders,
No, I didn't agree that. No, not a lot of them. There might be a couple, but I know a lot of them are
percentage.
a
A
small percentage. Yes.
Okay. So if you have no borders, if you have no securing our borders, if you have no way to monitor who's coming in and out, you can see that what you've just proposed would create a veritable hell, a real problem.
Some kind of electronic ID tag of some sort. They have to have a passport of some sort of documentation. It's just not like, okay, I'm gonna walk. They have to.
How do you check that without a border wall?
I don't know. Like they said, this is a free thought right now. So for me to execute this, I would have to get like a few mastermind individuals to really sit down and think this over. I cannot tell you a blatant answer right now. Yeah, I would have to sit down and
a digital
some
passcode like you're talking
exactly,
about.
some kind of digital passcode.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they would have to go through a checkpoint.
Exactly.
How do you
yeah.
get them to go through a checkpoint if there's no wall on the border?
It doesn't have to be a wall. It could be even like some kind of X-ray scanner that as you walk through it, your number goes into a database and it registers when you got there and when you left, and maybe there might be some other destinations that tag the ID, like in the middle of the city to kind of get a clue of where these people where these people are in the area. Yes, sir.
So an X-ray border.
Yeah, an X-ray. Yeah, an X kind of like I don't know what like the proper scientific ray that's used, but like an X-ray gate that just reads your ID and says when you're there, and and maybe before you cross the border, like give it like a written explanation of why you're going to that place, but let it be more free flowing, it's more free flowing.
So that's predicated on the idea that people who are coming here illegally right now will obey you believe that they'll have a written note as to why they're coming to the country,
like I
and
said,
the X-ray border will catch.
Yeah, that's just a general idea, written whatever. That I would have to talk to a group of individuals and think this over.
Okay.
Computer engineers, and I don't know. I one day plan on being the governor of New Mexico, so I've been thinking a lot about a lot of this for the past 3 years. Yeah, because New Mexico has we're a sanctuary city, and we get a lot of these people, and we get a lot of
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we get a lot of immigrants, and a lot of people don't like them, but at the same time, they may not like them. But I really don't see it slowing down anytime soon. As much as just like off topic, but like when it comes to the drug war, we've been wasting millions, trillions of dollars since the 70s. And have we seen any positive? No. So like we're just going against the grain on this one, and
particularly without any kind of a border, right? It makes the drug war really hard.
Either way, the drugs being brought in by immigrants is a small percentage compared to pharmaceuticals that already been on the news and been dumping billions and billions of opiates into, and every other drug. I consider immigrants a small percentage of the real boss hogs, the real drug dealers that are out there doing it illegally. Just because it's
Okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I know, no, that's okay. I know you said, well, do me a favor here, because this is obviously about changing my mind. I don't agree with you, but I respect you sitting down.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So when you do sit down, and I know you kind of had this idea, you said it's going to take a while for you to formulate the idea.
Yes, sir.
When you do, I know you mentioned the X-ray sort of border and tagging, then let us know. Email us through the website, and maybe we can have you on and talk about it. Because I don't want you to be on the spot if you're like, well, I need some time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
My name is
Appreciate it,
Leroy Trujillo, and I'm here with Go Green Global. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Leroy. Appreciate it.